I'm Vijay. I'm doing my bachelor's at the DBIMA. I'm doing my bachelor's in cinema and audiovisual communications. So I opted to do a documentary over a person who inspired my life. He's my prof, my mentor, and he did a lot in the field of mission, that is in our country, India. He's unbelievable how he worked, how he was inspired, and how he implemented all his dreams, all his ideas into his mission. So I invite you all to cherish these moments. Thank you.
The term mission in both secular and religious worlds denotes sending out or to travel for a particular cause. But when it comes to missionary, it is an exclusive title designated to a person who is engaged in the promotion of faith. Similarly, Father Lucien Legrand is a man of exclusive qualities who is endowed with unique expertise and caliber in his life. He is a missionary in India since 1953. He belongs to the Society of Paris Foreign Missions in France. Each one has a mission. If we dissect the word mission in Christian context, it's derived into many forms, and it's totally complex in nature. For the mission is ultimately related to divine work. They are called to render their service with a smiling face and become responsible for sharing the knowledge of divinity with the people they encounter and transmit their encounter experience with their supreme being to the people as well.
I wanted to become a priest. That has been already in my mind for a long time. I was much inspired by the priest who had been looking after me. Already before I joined the seminary, there was a particularly young priest who was very dynamic, and also he had a knack to deal with children.
Being a missionary means it's not a life gifted with a bed of roses. Rather, it's filled with hidden thorns and thistles, in which a missionary must live, knowing that they would harm them all through their journey. Gradually, he ends up admiring the whims and fancies of those thistles, which become part and parcel of life.
It was not basically illusion. Making Christ known and living with Christ in the context of Asia, that has been the red, le fil rouge, the red thread of my life, and that remains.
Living in a multicultural, multilingual and multi-religious country like India and other third world countries is an adventure for those who were born in the Western society. Often they find themselves in a utopian world or are having a sort of inexpressible happiness. But for missionaries, the case is a bit different. They know life is going to be a challenge rather than entertainment.
I did not know anything about India. I did not know anything about Asia. I thought India, Mahatma Gandhi, everybody, every Indian was a saint, a mystic, and so on.
Great people often say that in teaching you will learn, and in learning you will teach. Lucien is not simply a genius or a Bible scholar, but he is a person who committed himself in imitating the values that he learned, and he taught his students what he learned. fact, he is a mentor of many giants in India and around the world.
Great people are always simple. When there is depth in spirituality, in knowledge and wisdom, people dare to be simple. Father Legrand belongs to this category of persons. Great knowledge, caliber, intellectually, spiritually, at the same time a man of utmost simplicity.
Lucien is not merely imparting knowledge to the students, but he is a source of inspiration for many of his followers. Even now, there are people who still hold on to his words and change their lives and move forward in society. What makes those people keep fascinated is his writings and lectures. He has written numerous books and articles in renowned journals and scholarly periodicals across the globe, and is a well-acclaimed author of many publications in French and English.
He has done so much in that field of formation by imparting his knowledge, his faith through his conferences, seminars, articles he wrote, books he published, which are so clear. They don't remain to be only intellectual, but then they remain to be applied by the professors.
For me, it's a form of respect towards the student, to expect a lot from them. So it was demanding on me, good preparation, doing seriously my job, and demanding on a student. Now, there was teaching, of course. Well, along with the teaching, trying to get students involved. And there you would say the Bible Museum of St. Peter's.
He prepares well for his classes. He expects the same from us also. Sometimes we used to think, why this man expects us to work so hard for his subject, but we have other seminary subjects also, other professors also. He makes it as if he is the only one very important to us in our lives. Sometimes I used to think as if he is exaggerating. Now I understand, no, he was making his job clear, his subjects clear, so that it is up to us to study other subjects as and when we are free to do so.
For some, Lucien is a mystery, because it's incomprehensible how he could continue the lifestyle as a young man leading his cherishing days. He's still fresh and healthy, both in mind and body, to the extent he surpassed the first wave of COVID pandemic at ease at the age of 97. For him, the word oblivion is a never-existing term.
I would say primarily it's a gift of God, that's all. Also the living with young people in a seminary. So it helps also to keep young.
He has left his footprints in all the roads that he trod over and accomplishing his mission day by day. He's not just a stalwart, but a legend who relished each moment of his life. However, he continues his mission in all the ways possible, even now by the modern means of communication, and promotes the values and the essence of life to all those people whom he encounters. For him, the mission is an ongoing process, so he continues to embark his journey, and it is never ending.